Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Body cam for to us today when a predator realizes he's been caught.
I read that so wrong.
How you read it?
I just seen P, and in my head I said pedestrian. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
Yeah, you acting like me today, huh?
I guess so.
You know, that's how
I was like, what'd he do? Yeah, let me wake up.
For jaywalkers, Joe was about to say, what he do, jaywalk?
Okay, yeah.
Hey, with that being said, before we get into it, always make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
Always check out down below, man. Check us out. Check us out on other platforms, on other channels, man. Y'all know what to do, man. But also, if you enjoyed today's visuals,
knock it in with a thumbs up.
and we highly appreciate it. Appreciate it, baby. Let's go, man.
I just need to prepare myself or whatever.
Oh, for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, let's get it started, man. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
Just so you know, Kate had a baby and had a dad.
In April of 2024, a community is left horrified and outraged when a woman with profound intellectual disabilities is discovered pregnant at her care home in Geneva, Illinois.
Okay. This
You know that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? So, what? Yo, y'all guys.
Yeah.
Disabilities is discovered pregnant at her care home in Geneva, Illinois. Kane County detectives launched an urgent investigation, confronted with the grim task of unmasking a predator hidden among the very staff entrusted to protect her. The following is based on official police records, and some of the following footage has never been seen before. According to their website, the Markland Center is a nonprofit organization providing care for adults with severe developmental disabilities. Multiple news sources state that Kate, a 43-year-old resident with Rett syndrome, who was unable to speak...
That's why I was saying, I wonder how old she is. Now she got a whole child, bro. At 43. I was thinking she probably was older.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that's why I was asked, how... I didn't think she was younger, because, you know what I'm saying, typically, they don't be in his homes as minors. You know what I'm saying? But you still a P, even if you do this.
Yeah,
you still you still on the registry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You still, in the eyes of the law, considered that. What makes you in your right mind want to take advantage and do that to a disabled person?
Exactly.
Someone with the
especially someone that's under your care.
Facts. And how? Not even just that. How often have you been doing this to them? You know.
Stand or use her hands was discovered with Rett syndrome, who was unable to speak.
Rett syndrome, a rare genetic neurological and developmental disorder that affects the way the brain develops.
Stand or use her hands was discovered pregnant during routine medical tests. Investigators with the Kane County Sheriff's Department compiled a list of all male employees who had access to her in late summer 2023, interviewing each one and collecting DNA samples.
So you telling me this is an individual who's sounds like is possibly bedridden, nonverbal, can't stand or move her hands.
Can't speak, stand, or move her hands.
So she needs 100% assistance 24/7.
And you 100% took advantage of her.
What? Not and she does. It doesn't mean she's bedridden. She can get in a chair sometimes. Yeah. So she probably they move her about. Yeah.
Needs assistance with doing everything.
That's so fucked up, bro.
On every level.
And how she just had a baby. I wonder how long it took them for her to realize that she was even pregnant.
I don't know. I don't know how often they do the routine checkups. He said
True.
A routine. Yeah.
But no, not even that. Somebody else who was, because they rotate. You know that for a fact. People rotate in and out.
But he
with
said
sisters.
that's when they found out she was pregnant when they did the routine checkup.
What? Listen.
Okay.
I'm saying they're rotating out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's my shift. I'm waiting for my night shift people. You tell me nobody else who worked there paid attention to her stomach and see, hey, she has the belly. You get what I'm saying?
No, I definitely get what
It shouldn't
you're
been like a routine checkup that found it. Somebody else that
I
stepped
do
in
wonder,
should
like,
have
because sometimes
noticed.
when people have a little bit more weight on them as well, sometimes it's not as noticeable or people not paying attention. Again, sometimes in these, I hate to say it, but in facilities, like, they don't be paying attention. So a lot of
if
people.
she's non-verbal, like even if she go in labor, how? I got so many questions, man.
Hey.
Good, yes. Sheriff's Department.
Yes.
I'm Brooke. This is Brandon. We're both.
Come on in.
Thank you.
So,
What have they told you so far?
So I know there's abuse and neglect, and I know one of our residents was sent to the hospital that morning, so I am assuming something happened with that resident. And I also do know it was only males that have been suspended. So,
You okay?
He breathing hard.
Take a breath.
Is he a resident or is he?
I think.
He must be a worker
I
there.
think he's the work. Yeah.
But he's been now probably assigned to this house because all the prior individuals who was working. Sorry, y'all, that was working at this house has been suspended.
that very serious happens.
And you're just so you're not in any trouble.
It's.
Oh yeah,
I
he
really
nervous.
enjoy my job, and the fact that
Boys, shake it.
No, it's okay.
the thought of that happening is very troubling and upsetting.
Okay. And like I said, nobody has accused you of anything.
No, I'm 100% aware. It's sorry.
No, you're okay.
I'm not crying for myself. I'm upset for the rest.
It's okay.
Yeah. Have you ever noticed like anybody else acting strange around them, or anybody that shouldn't be in their rooms?
No,
or...
I mean, we are very, we don't open the door for everyone. And as for staff, before this incident, I never thought anyone would do something like that.
That was kind of one of our other questions. Is there anybody you would think would be capable of
I
harming?
would have never have thought this would happen at Markland's.
Okay.
Before they move on to question other employees, he leaves them one urgent request.
Catch the bastard.
After speaking with several more employees, investigators are left with no clear leads. However, they do learn that prior to the COVID pandemic, only female staff typically cared for female residents, a policy one employee said changed due to staffing shortages. Investigators move on. Next meeting.
Is that typical, like back home? You probably want to know, like right off
Well, I
bat.
could just attest to, like, the home that my sister used to work in. All the residents in her home were male.
Also, they do.
My niece, her client, she just has one client. He's a male. And then my brother, all of his clients are male. He's never
But they
had any
do work for
female
different
clients.
companies too, though.
Well, my brother, they work for. But
I'm
my
just saying.
niece worked for the same company.
Yeah. We ain't gotta go to detail. I'm just saying, don't they work for a different company?
Yeah.
I'm saying,
To answer your question.
Employee said changed due to staffing shortages. Investigators move on. Next meeting with former employee, 22-year-old Isaiah Fields.
How you doing?
22? 22?
That's what he said.
How long you been doing this, my boy? Because you ain't just do this one time. You know? And I wonder, right? So let me ask you a question again, just because you know more people who work in the, isn't someone else typically working there at the same time? It's not just one person watching.
I think it depends on what type. Like, it depends on, like, My sister and my brother work for the same company. There's people are normally in there.
Yeah.
Like it's someone else working with you.
Your sister done work for multiple different companies too.
Yeah, but both of the ones she's worked for,
who
he
more
worked
experience? Your sister, or your brother?
My sister. But anyway, they normally have at least one other person working, so it'll at least be two of them. My niece, she's the only one that takes care of him because he can do for himself. He works and everything. He has a little girlfriend and everything. Like she just take him to work, take him to his doctor's. Yeah, she be over there. When I was home,
no, they be back there.
when we was home, my sister was like, we called my niece and she said she was at the doctor's office with him and his girlfriend. She had to take him to his appointments at work.
Especially your niece, she ain't paying no attention. Yeah, they be back there.
she got her little space. They be
back there getting some cutty time. With your niece, yes, because I just let them do whatever they want.
I just said, I'll be here watching Netflix. He can do for himself.
Yeah. He could do for her.
For his girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not for yours.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on now.
But and the only reason why I'm asking that question is simply because I wonder if he was in the house with her, or was he like alone, or did he have or was someone else working with him and they just not attentive to what's going on? Yeah, because then if somebody else is in there and that went down, I'm looking at you a little sideways. I do have questions. Like, is it one of those type of... Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Meeting with former employee, 22-year-old Isaiah Fields.
How you doing? Good. You want to go in or just talk out here?
Whatever you want.
How'd the fights go? I heard you were out there fighting in Chicago.
Yeah, I was fighting in the Golden Gloves tournament.
How'd it go?
Pretty good. I lost by decision in the finals, but I was like I had him chicken legging, so...
Okay.
I'll see him again,
All right, good. Good for you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
After briefly meeting Isaiah's mother, they head to the basement to speak in private.
So there was, an incident that happened there involving one of the residents. If you can just tell me kind of what when you worked there, what's the dates that you worked there?
Like early August to like...
And you know what, though? It sounds like he quit, right? And typically when an investigation go down like this, and I'm not saying every time, but it kind of shows a negative light when you quit and that they got an open investigation like this going on. Mm-hmm. And especially if you're quick to quit and try to separate yourself from it. Yeah. It's like what you running away from. Yeah. You know what I mean? But not every situation, but a lot of situations that does show like a red flag with it,
When you worked there, what's the dates that you worked there?
Like early August to like definitely sometime in September.
Okay, early September, late September, you think?
I honestly don't remember. It was still warm outside, so
okay.
Maybe.
How you doing? September.
When you were working there, what were your job duties?
I was what they call it, PSP.
PSP. Okay, I've heard that talking to people. They've said that before.
The personal support.
Okay.
But I was mainly in training the entire time I was there, so I technically didn't have any like duties that I had to do really on my own.
Okay.
So everything I did was shadowed by another person.
Okay, so you're always with somebody for the most part?
Like 90% of the time.
Okay.
Unless someone like left early or like like one of the managers that were I was shadowing had to go do whatever
Gotcha.
managers do.
Gotcha. Did you ever have any problems with anybody? Did you ever see anybody that you thought was a little off? Like another, especially a male employee, anybody that you thought like this guy's made some statements or he said something or just the way his interaction was with the residents?
Not that I know of personally, honestly.
Okay.
I didn't stay there long enough to get
chummy with anybody.
Everybody, yeah.
After leaving Isaiah, investigators meet with another employee who brings up a familiar name.
Is it true that she delivered the baby?
Is it true? I'm not divulging anything. It's an open investigation.
Okay.
So I can't go into details about that.
Okay.
I can't.
Can I ask you about a certain individual that may have...
Yeah.
Isaiah Fields?
That's who we just talked to.
That's who we just talked to?
Yeah. That's who we just came back.
Though the employee doesn't explain why he suspects him after all the swabs are collected and processed, a DNA test comes back positive for 22-year-old Isaiah Fields. On May 10th, 2024, he's brought into an interrogation where he waits for questioning to begin.
That's so crazy.
And it looks like your parents got.
That don't mean nothing.
No. I'm not saying it means anything. I'm just like, bro, it seems as though your parents are providing you with a good, you know what I'm saying? Like, what in your... And you wasn't there that long.
Not at all. A month.
So what the fuck in your fucked up mindset?
And that's also why, like, especially, like, I don't know how every company operates, but I don't feel like if you in training and you really didn't have any duties on your own as to what to do, feel comfortable enough to even be doing duties on your own, or be alone with these clients, then why were you ever left alone in the first place?
True.
Yeah, these chains hurt.
That's crazy.
This little Jesus can't come through. This little Jesus is really blessed on. He's already trying to get the Lord Jesus.
Investigators enter and read his Miranda rights.
Let me just start by asking, do you have any idea why you would be there right now? Okay, no clue? Okay. You know why I talked to you before, right, about the Markland stuff? So
I never got any, like, you just told me it was a case of Markland.
Okay. So what I would like to ask you, what we would like to know, if you could go.
Because they went and investigated. It's April, right?
April 16th.
Let's see. April is what? The 4th month. I'm trying to do calculations. December the 5th. Yeah. August is October, December, January, February, March, April. So she would have, the baby could have been but if it's August, that's 8. But the baby still could be premature, especially if she wasn't taking any, what is it called? Prenatal vitamins.
And they already did DNA test. Okay, baby.
But I'm saying because she already had the baby in April.
So, a little early, I guess.
Because he know what time around the time he worked there, the official start date you might not remember, but you'll know the month because it's a heavy.
Or has she already? Because the dude asked her, did she have a baby, and he said I can't disclose it. So I'm wondering, did she have it, or was she still already pregnant?
Was she in labor?
And they just discovered that she was pregnant when they did the checkup.
True.
Because now it's May 10th. So she could have had the baby by now.
True.
And I wonder, did they wait till she had the baby?
And then, could they collect everybody's DNA? So it's true. Yeah. You're right. But it still gives that around enough time.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Go over again, when you worked there for that just basically a month, wasn't that long. What your training was like and what it was like after training, like what your job duties were. If you can just go over that again, I would appreciate it.
So most of the time that I was there, was just training, like 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. We just sat in a room and watched videos all day. That was it.
However, several employees who trained Isaiah gave a different account, explaining his duties went beyond watching training videos.
And what were your daily activities when you were training him? What were you guys in charge of?
So we're in charge of doing the CNA work, so like getting them up, dressed, changed, and then transferring them to CDS, and then repositioning them, interacting with them, and then doing the same thing, changing them, and then sending them back home.
You're training how to bathe, how to
Yes.
care for them.
Yes.
So that was part of his training as well.
Yes.
But he would have never been alone.
No.
Something like that.
How do you bathe them?
So we put them in a tub, and they have a chair, and they are completely, obviously,
submerged.
No, not submerged.
Okay.
No, they're the water is running, or they have what is it called?
Like a faucet or a shower head.
So you basically sit not like this, but a chair in a shower, and then you can take it off and spray them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so at some point,
kind of similar to a water hose, but not a water hose. But it's like an extension of a shower head, I would assume.
Are you talking about the thing she was trying to think of?
Yeah. Extension of just a shower head extension.
At the end of your training, were you not with the trainer anymore? Were you kind of on your own schedule during the day?
I forget what they called it, but it was like a probationary period.
Sure.
So like you were always like with someone until you were like considered an actual nurse.
You know what he's trying to do? I was never alone, so it can't be mine because I was.
But you've
never
already
left alone.
stated in the April when they came and spoke with you in April that you would be left alone sometimes. 10% of the time, 90% of the time you was with someone, but 10% of the time you were left alone if a manager or someone had to leave early. So that 10% gives you enough time within a month to.
And they don't take that long.
You know what I'm saying?
If you just want to get it, it doesn't take that long.
That's sad, man.
But that's totally fucked up.
Facts.
This account is consistent with what his trainers told investigators.
Would you have left him alone, or anybody for that matter, alone for an extended period of time with the resident while they're on training?
No.
Are you leaving anybody alone, the trainees with the residents or anything like that?
You're not supposed to be left alone with the residents.
Not supposed
As
to be.
questioning continues,
That's what
Isaiah
I'm
insists that he
asking.
remained in his probationary period until he claims he was fired for consistently showing up late.
I just like don't really like fit in with too many people.
Employees who trained Isaiah highlighted odd behavior he exhibited during his training.
It's kind of odd.
Okay.
Just in general, just like very off.
Anything that stuck out to you was odd or anything like that?
He wouldn't listen. He would always question, oh, why do we have to do it that way? And it's like, you're in healthcare. It's like, there's specific ways to do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
He would, like, face toss some of the residents, and we have cameras in the classroom, and the angle of it all was just really bad. They would look at the cameras and would like,
Oh, he fucked up mentally. He's mentally fucked up.
Yeah,
What you fake bot?
Go on.
You
Yeah.
just starting, bro. You ain't even developed no relationship.
With, you ain't been there more than a.
You over here already.
Bro, yeah.
Now, if you do that, like, and you have a long-term relationship with the resident, you still technically don't supposed to be doing that. But some people do develop like a closer bond with some, and you might be like, "Hey, give me, because I boss. Let me show you." You know,
or maybe you put your hands up, and if they able to,
Yeah.
they'll like do it to but not you do it to them though.
Yeah.
But no.
And then you might be like, "Hey, you supposed to do it like this," and you know what I'm saying? You just teaching them just to be more interactive.
And even with that, you do want to be careful doing stuff like that.
True. Oh yeah,
when it comes to
the developmental
healthcare and stuff like that,
yeah,
play no games.
True. Because the developmental of the. Because, say, for instance, they utilize that on somebody else, them not knowing the repercussion because, you know.
literally look like he was
True.
hitting her. I should clarify, he never actually did. No, he never actually did.
Okay.
As the interrogation continues, Isaiah appears to become overwhelmed with emotion, and investigators work to put him at ease.
What's upsetting you?
Because he know. He done fucked
It's
up
okay.
and ruined everything. But you already know.
I'm here to listen. If something's upsetting you, please let us know. We'll see what we can do to help.
Not really like anything in particular. Just life's not easy, you know.
I know.
No. That's all.
I get life gives us some curveballs sometimes.
It's wonderful. I've never had the guidance of a man. My father died when I was really young.
Oh.
I don't know. I've just never really had like proper guidance, you know.
As one detective leaves the room to get Isaiah more water and a snack, the remaining investigator sits with him as his emotions continue to unravel.
Take a breath. You're okay. Not gonna let anything happen to you. You're all right. And I'm really sorry to hear that about your dad and stuff, okay? But that's... It's tough. It's hard. Don't worry. It's okay. It takes a lot for you to sit here and allow yourself to have these feelings. You know, to allow yourself to have emotion. That can be a lot, especially in front of people you don't know.
I'm not trying to be difficult. I just think it'll be within my best interest to get an attorney.
All right, I can't ask you any more questions then. No, it's okay. I'll leave you at it. She'll give you.
Hey, there's
Go ahead.
it's on there this time.
What's that?
I'm reading them out.
Yeah, you tell me. Yeah, whatever.
Just so you know, Kate had a baby and you're the dad. I think.
As investigators
He
exit the
already knew.
room, Isaiah processes the gravity.
Honestly, I don't think he understood. I don't think he knew that she was
I
pregnant.
don't think the pregnant, but he knew the reason why he was
Yeah.
possibly there because he knew, you know what you did to her.
Yeah, you did.
But you didn't know that the pregnancy thing probably.
And I feel for even the baby, right?
Yeah.
Because now the baby, we know what the mother's condition is, right? Then she can't raise a child.
Yeah.
So now this baby has to automatically be thrown into the system. Your family most definitely can't have access to the child.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do that. So now we don't know the condition of the child.
Right.
We don't know if the child will have any, you know what I'm saying, disabilities or anything. We just don't know. But even as that child get older, that child is like, you know, it's fucked up, bro.
On so many levels.
You thinking about your life. You have already ruined the life of a child that's
I'm really
just
trying
now
to
getting
understand because I do know he stated like maybe 10% of the time I was left alone, but y'all are saying he was never left alone.
So who was
or he's
with
not
him?
supposed to be left alone, which you're not supposed to be left alone if you're still in training. Or even after, especially depending on like the state of different,
residents
and stuff like that. At least supposed to always be, you and someone else. But I do wonder, when were you left alone for you to be able to do this and no one noticed? I have so many questions with that. And who were you working with that left you alone as well? Because that's also a thing. Because that should be against whatever, unless this is the type of, house or something that may, once you're able to be, on your own, then you're able to, I don't know.
They have stated he was never supposed to be left alone.
Especially in training, he was only there for
a brief period of time. So he was never supposed to be left
weeks.
alone. So why
Yeah.
was he left alone? Who allowed him to be alone with a resident? Enough. But I do understand it's not a long period of time for him to be able to stick and move.
Are you saying don't take long?
Yeah, it doesn't take long to stick and
but
move,
still.
especially if somebody just laying there. You look for an opportunity to just and go.
Sad, man.
So 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes that's not a long time to an average person, especially when we working. 5 to 10 minutes is not a long time, but it's enough time for him to do what he needs to do. Clear
and you
himself.
knew the condition that she was in, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, she can't stand. She can't use her hands. She can't speak. So you was like, oh, perfect. She won't be able to tell nobody. That's messed up.
As investigators exit the room, Isaiah processes the gravity of the situation and the consequences he's facing.
My life is over. Such a idiot.
At 22.
Give me the opportunity, Lord Jesus. I'm begging. I'm begging. Just give me one chance.
Well, you're gonna be putting them boxing skills to use.
Sorry.
Cause they're gonna try you.
Please forgive me. I'll do anything. I'll do the military. I'll get married. I'll donate all my money. I'll be homeless without a car. I'll do anything, God. Please. Please, just give me one more chance. Please. There's a time and a chance into this child's life. I'll be on the sex offenders list. I'm on anything. Please don't make me spend years in jail. I'm begging.
Multiple news outlets have reported that Kate developed a dangerous pregnancy condition known as preeclampsia, and that the infant died after spending 11 weeks in neonatal intensive care. However, we've not been able to independently confirm these reports. According to an official press release from the state attorney's office, on January 14th, 2025, Isaiah Fields pled guilty to aggravated criminal sexual assault and was sentenced to 25 years imprisonment in the Illinois Department of Corrections, with 308 days credited for time spent in the Kane County Jail. In addition, Isaiah must register for life as a sexual offender in accordance with the Illinois Sexual Offender Registration Act.
I was not expecting 25. I was expecting about, what would you say?
Honestly, I don't know. Because even a person I know that did something like this, The same exact situation, just not the pregnancy part, but the same exact situation. I think he got maybe like, he didn't even get that long.
Did he go off to jail? Like prison?
No, he didn't go to prison or nothing. Like, I think he had to. No, he did not.
Fire lawyers.
He didn't go to prison. He on the registry, but he didn't go to prison.
Some fire lawyers.
I know he spent a little couple months, in jail, but I'm gonna have to look into it. But no, he didn't go to prison at all because he was no. And I was like, when I found out what had happened, I said, "Huh? He did what?" Man, you gotta be a sick individual to want to do some stuff like that. While you supposed to be on a job caring for someone that can't do for themselves. Yeah.
That is so fucked up, bro. 25. I was expecting like at the least 5, at the most like 13. 25, that's a long ass time.
Yeah.
That's a long ass time. I don't
think before acting.
Yeah.
Cause that was straight took advantage.
Cause I think the dude, like one girl I was talking to when I was in high school, dude tried to assault her, and I think he got 5 years, but that was an attempt. He didn't act, but he went and started ripping her clothes off. And that happened before me and her started talking. I didn't realize that was her.
You knew about the situation, but didn't know who.
Honestly, I walked past the situation, and I was a junior in high school. She was a freshman. I didn't know either of the individual. I had seen them in passing, but didn't know them. It wasn't to the next year she told me, yeah, that was me. But like when I really it didn't process in my mind what was going on. I'm walking in the homeroom. You know how I be when I'm sometimes just walking. I'm just like, all right. And then I just see something in peripheral, and I just looked over, and I'm like, what's going on? And I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And then I hear a lot more commotion. And by the time I look back, I'm just sitting, and I just was like, let me go ahead and go to the homeroom, bro. And just, you know what I'm saying? But then I heard like, oh, you ain't hear about the... I was like, damn, for real? I said, I just walked past, But yeah, and then come to find out everything. But he ended up getting 5 years.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna have to. I have to like look the situation up, but
in that situation, he was upset. He was like, she just looked like, because they were friends, and he was like, she looked like Angelina Jolie. I swear that was the reason why he said he did it. He said she reminded him of Angelina Jolie.
Okay.
And they said but come to find out, I think he was on medication too. So I think he was off his stuff that day. But that doesn't justify what this weird motherfucker did. Yeah. 25 years.
Facts.
Yeah, you fucked yourself up, my boy. And you're on the registry for life.
For life.
It is what it is. RIP to the baby.
RIP to the baby.
I 100% hate that resident had to go through that because she did. What's her name? Kate. She did most definitely. Her life is already hard. What the fuck is you doing? You over here crying and talking about I never had. Bro, you had a 10 times better life than Kate has ever had. Kate probably wish she had 10% of what you like your ability in life. And you were sitting here crying, talking about I done had it hard.
Facts.
This, who you assaulted had it 1,000 times worse than you have ever had it. Man, I don't want to hear those sobbing ass, sad ass story. After you did that shit, you weird, dude. But hey, y'all spam us up in the comments, man. Let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ. Don't hear this is. We are. We are.